All right, 9:20 right now. Do you find yourself getting frustrated every day because your child is out of control, won't listen, maybe talks back? According to our next guest, the majority of parents are in the same boat, and things need to change.
I thought you were talking about Sam and Mark there in that description.
That too.
So does Emma. Parenting expert Emma Jenner has written a book called Keep Calm and Parent On, a guilt-free approach to raising children by asking more from them and doing less. Good morning, Emma. Great to see you.
Good morning. It's great to see you too.
Why did you feel the need to write a book like this?
You know, I've been working with families for years, and throughout my consulting, every home I walked into was having the same problem. And, you know, I can't be in everybody's home, so I decided the best way to get my advice out there would be to put it in a book. And I did it in a checklist format because I think when you're in the trenches, it's really hard to figure out what the problem is. So in the checklist really helps you isolate the problem and fix it.
It's important to be clear. You're writing this book from a different perspective. You are just now becoming a parent.
I am.
You're pregnant.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So that's a different perspective. You say that we've got 5 reasons why parents are in trouble. Let's start with number 1. You say parents are afraid of their children. What do you mean by that?
I mean that every parent I see is just fearful of their kids. They want to be their friend versus their parent. They'll do whatever it takes to avoid their child feeling any kind of discomfort whatsoever. You know, if the child has a tantrum, or if the child is about to have a tantrum, they'll do whatever it takes to stop it. Doesn't matter what it is.
That's a bad place to be for a parent. So to be afraid of your child. So how do you reverse that if you're seeing yourself in that place right now?
I think it's really important to establish that you are the parent and really own it. Gain your confidence back and know that you are the parent and they are the child, and that no matter what they do, you can control it. If they have a tantrum, who cares? Leave the restaurant, leave the grocery store. If you're at home, put them in another room and let them deal with it. But don't be afraid of the inevitable, you know, tantrum or behavior that could come.
You know, the thing that I tell you what, that when my children occasionally misbehave in public, I'm terribly embarrassed by it. Because I think, oh, that's a reflection.
That's Sam Rubin.
That's Sam Rubin's daughter who's climbing on that banister.
What do you do too if your children are older and let's say you're not a perfect person, we're not perfect,
right?
And then they start going, well, what about you?
Oh.
What do you do? How do you you know, say, no, I don't care, I'm the parent? Or
well, I think you have to be a good role model. There's no question. You know, if you're expecting good manners, then you need good manners.
Forget about that one. Let's move on to number 2. You say parents have lowered the bar. What do you mean by that?
We've lowered the expectation of what we expect from kids. So, you know, I think that once upon a time there was a standard of how everyone expected kids to behave, but now we're just quick to make excuses. Oh, you know, he's tired, or she's hungry, she's having a rough week, she's only 3.
Boy, you hear all those things all the time.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All the time.
Constantly, yes.
Yeah, so, but instead we should be teaching our kids that there are certain expectations, you know, to be in this world, or how to treat friends, or how to treat your parents, and we've just lowered the bar. We just don't expect anything from them anymore.
Raise the bar, and then, you know, you've always heard it takes a village to raise a child, but we've lost the village, you said.
I feel like we have lost the village. Instead of parents coming together and really supporting one another, I just feel that parents have become judgmental. I mean, you said about being embarrassed.
Right.
But if someone in the grocery store, instead of judging you, came up and said, you know, oh, I know how hard it is to set boundaries, I know how hard it is to enforce them, and was encouraging versus being judgmental, I think it would be a lot easier.
Too many parents are taking shortcuts. What kind of shortcuts?
Mainly entertainment, I would say. You know, like TV, iPads, iPhones. It's a lot easier to just give your kid a device, if you're in a restaurant, say, than to teach them how to sit and learn patience and learn manners and learn how to interact with others around them. We just give them...
You know, my wife and I were at a restaurant not long ago, and another couple, 2 kids around 6, and they were perfect, and we were literally staring at them like, we've never seen anything like this. And they didn't have device, they didn't have anything.
Right.
We thought that was the greatest thing we'd ever seen, but it seems increasingly rare. Is there a particular thing to get them to be good in a restaurant or something like that?
I think, again, just setting the expectation that we go into a restaurant, there are other people there in the restaurant to enjoy their meal, and you need to sit on your bottom. You can't be running around. We need to have indoor voices. We need to use manners. And I think by setting the expectation, even before you go into a restaurant, that this is what I expect from you. You know, and show them how to do it. If you're sitting there on your iPhone the entire dinner, then, you know, and if you have poor manners, Back to you.
Stop pointing at him.
Is somebody behind you? His table manners are...
His table manners are good.
Manners are good, but I will run around the table.
Right.
Yeah.
His table manners are exemplary.
It's a very interesting book, and again, from a unique perspective, the book is called Keep Calm and Parent On, a guilt-free approach to raising children by asking more from them and doing less. It's available online at bookstores everywhere. More information on the book and Emma's parent consulting firm. It's based here in Los Angeles. You can go to emmaschildren.com. Emma, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.